We're here today at Farming for Soil Health at Johnstown Castle, and today we're going to talk about the challenges and opportunities for improving soil health on farms. What is soil health? So soil health is the continued capacity of a soil to function as a vital living ecosystem that sustains plants, animals and humans. In general terms, it's the capacity of a soil to function. So what are the vital functions that a soil provides? So productivity, number one, we're all used to that, growing crops and grassland to feed animals, humans. Carbon storage, so carbon sequestration is a key function that the soil performs. Nutrient cycling, to recycle the nutrients that we put in and to give back those nutrients to produce crops, and also to sustain the biodiversity in the soil. It's a habitat for that biodiversity. Soil biology, earthworms, microbiology that live in the soil. Water storage and quality, we all want clean water. And finally, I suppose, structure, dynamics, capacity to, and a platform for building, etc. on our soils as we go forward. These brings together the three main pillars of soils: soil physics, soil chemistry and soil biology, coming together to give that soil health. So in terms of the challenges that we have for soil health, we want to improve farm sustainability. So there's many, the EU Green Deal, the EU Soil Mission and the EU Soil Strategy are all policies that aim to improve soil health, the sustainability of our farms, and ultimately to deliver those ecosystem services that we all want, such as climate change, regulating water, managing erosion, etc., etc. We want to build resilience against the soil threats. So the main soil threat in Ireland might be compaction. We have wet soils. If we put heavy machinery or heavy animal traffic, we will compact that soil, and that's one of our main soil threats. As climate change comes forward, things like erosion become more important in terms of a soil threat, and obviously things like contamination and other soil threats that are more prevalent around the world. Adapting to climate change, we're going to get more rainfall, potentially more droughts. How can we improve our soil and its resilience in terms of adapting to that climate change, and obviously maintaining and enhancing that soil function that we talked about in terms of preserving those functions and making sure the soil has capacity to deliver those functions. How do we do that? We need to improve soil management, right? So if in terms of soil management, things like tillage management, grassland management, nutrient management, preserving the soil structure, all those managements that we need to think about. So what do we do with our livestock? What do we do with our manures? What do we do with our tillage, min-till, lower tillage systems to produce soil health and then to deliver that function going forward? To protect and enhance soil health, we need to first of all measure. If we can't measure, we can't manage. So what do we measure? We need indicators that look at the physics, the chemistry and the biological health of our soil, and then we need to see how far we are from the target or the capability of that soil to deliver those functions and to deliver that healthy ecosystem service. And ultimately we have a new directive. The soil health law is being talked about at the EU Commission level, and before the end of the year, it's more than likely we will have a new soil health law that will help us, I suppose, deliver those functions and protect our soils into the future. However, it's not all challenges. If we think about the challenges on one hand, what does that bring us in terms of opportunities going forward? So first of all, we need evidence. Evidence to say that we have a healthy soil, that our soil is delivering on those ecosystem services. If we think about schemes, we have the agri-environmental schemes, we have the acre scheme, that some of that is related to soil health, and the new Common Agricultural Policy has in that pillar 2 is delivering money for soil health ecosystem service provision. One of the big talked about schemes, I suppose, is the carbon farming scheme. How can we manage our soils better so that they can sequester more carbon, that farmers and landowners can get paid for that carbon that they're storing in their soil to combat climate change into the future. So that's a major incentive for farmers to manage their soils in a more holistic and better way to deliver that soil health and ultimately carbon sequestration. Marketing. The more sustainable our farming system is, the better we're able to market our products, our agricultural goods abroad. The consumer is looking for those credentials, and obviously the big food companies are using that in their marketing schemes in terms of selling Irish food in international markets. So marketing is key, things like Origin Green, and also in terms of that organic schemes. Their big credential is more sustainable production systems, and things like soil health are part and parcel of that marketing drive. And ultimately we want to deliver ecosystem services for society at large. Those are the regulating services such as erosion control, pest and disease control, air quality and biodiversity. We have the provisioning services, those like food production, food, feed and fibre. Obviously fuel is going to be a big incentive for farmers to diversify their systems into the future. And then cultural and community services provision, so physical use in terms of buildings, etc., and also our natural heritage as we move forward. In terms of take-home messages then, it might be challenges. We might think of soil health as a challenge, however, we need to turn that into the opportunities that I've just outlined. We need to build our knowledge. Knowledge is going to be key in terms of managing into the future. We need to measure what we're doing and then manage accordingly in terms of a better future. Be prepared in terms of the new drive for soil health, and actions are needed to build resilience for soils into the future to combat things like climate change. What I'd say is don't delay. Don't delay. Identify suitable soil health technologies that you can implement on your farm today and into tomorrow. Ask questions. Please ask questions of the experts, of advisory services, and get that knowledge that you need and that expert help to help you manage better into the future and adopt those technologies. And what I will say lastly, new technologies are being developed by the research programs at Teagasc for the future. So, thank you.